Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate all of yous. Hey Lexi, Cheryl, Wendy, Beamer, and Scott. Hey brother. Mr. Bill's in the chat, watching everything. And John over there burning down the neighborhood.
Fire Marshal John.
Hi Barbara, thank you for joining.
Oh, look. It's your notification on YouTube.
Got a notification. Somebody went live.
Fuego, fuego.
Yeah, it's chilly here, so we figured to clean up the yard. Well, actually, I should say John cleaned up the yard. My daughter was out with the chainsaw, cutting some trees and branches. He's been burning wood for about 5 hours, so I figured to do a nice live next to the fire. The flames are probably about 15 feet in the air if you look at the thumbnail on the live video. Hi Allison, hi Princess Mac. Thank you for joining.
Hi y'all.
It's gonna be dark, but I'm gonna pan over to my daughter and John, my future son-in-law. I didn't say to blind everybody.
I did too.
Here's my daughter. And I'm not using the gimbal tonight, so moving the camera is gonna be
The breeze.
horrible.
Oh.
I'm having some nerve issues dealing with my neck. So it looks like I'm going to be going back in for surgery probably the start of the new year. So that's kind of the reason why I haven't been around on everybody's chats. Also, my little man, my grandson, is around, so I'm spending every second I can with him. He's actually sleeping right now.
That thing really does work.
Wow, I got Streamlabs to work. That's awesome.
Oh, that's true with Streamlabs?
Yeah, Streamlabs, and then you use StreamYards to go live, but StreamYards on your phone is a pain in the ass.
Hey Scott said, Dennis, I assume you didn't need a shotgun when having the talk.
No, just a shot glass.
Alright, so I'm going to throw it out there. He's sitting right next to me. When I first met John, Mr. Bill was over my house with his wife, Denise. John decided to talk gun shop with me and Mr. Bill. Probably wasn't the smartest idea for someone to do. You know, it's not like me and Mr. Bill are experts in firearms.
I made it out of the way.
But I will say, John has come a long way. Took him on his first hunt. I hope you've all seen our hunting video. That was his first time hunting, and he harvested his first animal, first hog, to feed his family. So I can say I trained him a little bit because he sat in the hunting blind with me. Yeah, Team Brittany's in the house.
Hey there everyone. Welcome.
Don't be making fun of the community now. Because the first person that tells me to smack you, guess what?
They smacking.
I'm a smacking.
Could you go get cracked? Good job, John.
What'd I do?
That's what Wendy.
Alright, so now that we have a few more of the great community in here, our slogan for Mr. Bill and my chat or YouTube channel is going to be no snowflakes allowed.
No, just turn off cupcakes.
We can't use cupcakes. That is Melanie's. That's her thing.
Oh, okay.
Jagaloons, that's Ron's, and that goes back to when me and him worked together back in the 90s. Snowflakes is fitting. Hey, I'm a Brooklyn North guy, you know that.
No snowflake
Yeah.
allowed at Costco's and pits of snowflake.
Yep.
Brooklyn North guy. When was the last time you had a taste of New York?
Listen, we have a saying.
Just like
You can leave the projects, but the projects don't leave you. Yes, note the snowflakes thing, that's going to be ours. So once we get monetized, we'll have all the
snowflake.
funny snowflake logos and great stuff like that. There it is, Barbara. She's got the snowflakes. 3.5. Ooh. Most of my career was in PSA 2 and street crime, 6.7 squad. So 7.3, 7.5. The snowflakes would have a hard time, that's for sure.
Look it up.
Excuse me.
What?
No, so the picture in the thumbnail was how high and how big the fire was earlier today.
I was getting yelled at.
6.7 squad was... Trying to think when I got my shield. 97, 98 to 2000, because I was up in Bronx Special Victims during 9/11. So yeah, I was there for about 3 years, 3 or 4 years. That's why we're down in Florida. We don't get snowflakes down here. Texas, we won't have snowflakes either.
They freeze a lot though. Every once in a while.
Damn, you didn't even introduce Trooper on here.
Everybody that is in this chat right now has seen Trooper in Brooklyn.
A dozen times.
But he's enjoying the fire.
All right, so I guess I got to turn the flashlight on, and there's Trooper. That was actually a wood pile right there that's been all cleared out. He's enjoying the
Dirt.
cool dirt. And I think Brooklyn is by the door trying to watch the baby. Yeah, AZ. Actually, a few people that Ron and I worked with actually live in AZ. They love it out there. Dawn Marie just joined. Look at that.
Dawn Marie? That's I mean that's the name of Kim's mom, my brother's wife. That's like her maiden name, if I remember correctly.
Don Marie, sir, how you doing, buddy?
Unless you know a Dawn Marie.
Yeah, unless your friend's mother is in my chat.
Well, I showed him I showed my brother
No, this is a Dawn Marie that, I guess, a few years, right? That's it, Team Brittany, right there. But you need this circle with the line across it. Dawn Marie, I've been busy with my grandson, trying to spend every minute with him. My daughter and them are leaving next Sunday, so every second I can get with them, I am trying to spend. Looks like I'll be having some more type of surgeries beginning of next year. I'm having some serious nerve issues. My right arm, where I had the neck surgery to try and correct the issue, is going completely numb. My hand is actually locking up and freezing. So they think the nerve might be pinched underneath the shoulder blade. Yes, I remember Reedy. Yes, he was in the 6.7. Well, Bill and I were going to do a short video for Thanksgiving. we're gonna send it out on Thanksgiving. You know, wishing everybody, you know, on Thanksgiving itself.
Sorry.
He will be 3 months on Tuesday.
Ooh. Yo, imagine if this was your Switch when you get your ass whooped growing up.
That doesn't ring a bell. I had a lieutenant that we almost went to a fist fight because when my son was born, my LT was a jagaloon, to say it nicely.
When they said that's what the surgeons she worked for do.
Yeah, the surgeon that did my neck, the issues I had with my neck are perfect. I don't have those issues anymore. But from the pain I'm getting in my shoulder and down into my arm, they think it's the pinched nerve underneath the shoulder blade. If not, they'll have to go in and do more repairs on my disc. I think 5 and 6. I forget which ones I had. So I just gotta wait and see. I go back to the surgeon to get x-rays and MRIs done December 21st. So between my little man being around and my hand going, excuse me, numb and having issues with that, that's why I haven't been on. I can't hold my phone or sit at the computer for a long period of time. So right now I'm filming on a tripod so I don't have to hold the gimbal. Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's my future son-in-law. He's a pyro. Yeah. Just a little bright. So I can do this. And the gimbal's nice. They're sticking to the tree. I want to get the hose ready. Where's Izzy when you need him? My sort of adopted other son, he's a firefighter.
He's building the 308.
Yeah. Oh, Bill, Izzy got everything for the 308. His buddy at the firehouse is a gunsmith, so we have a gunsmith on standby anytime. Put the lower together, which I just found out about an hour ago. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had last year before I had surgery, my son and I, we did a lot of trimming on the property. We got some nice oak trees here. And trimmed all the trees and it kind of just sat here in huge piles. And then I had surgery and arm surgery, then neck surgery, so I couldn't do nothing with it. And my son, full-time student in college and work. So, and my daughter being up in New York, piles just sat here. So today I kind of told them they need to do it. I didn't hear about that, Brittany. I'll tell you a funny story. I didn't put it in the hunting video. So I tried to do a short the morning of hunting, like 3 o'clock in the morning. But we left my house to drive up towards Ocala. And we're on I-75. We are one exit before where we had to get off. And we had a sheriff hook a U-turn in the median, go in front of us. And there was one car between me and the sheriff. And it's a good thing I was paying attention and somewhat awake. The sheriff just slammed on his brakes, turned on his lights. So there was a hit and run with a death right on I-75. So, and we were right past the exit, so we couldn't do nothing. And I'm sitting there, uh, my daughter, John, Izzy, you know, I'm like, great. We're going to be late. We had to be at the hunting spot at 4:45. And then John's friend was meeting us there. So it's like, so I was going to, you know, pull out the old shield and back up, hook a U-turn on I-75. Fire department, EMS comes. So this firefighter walks over to us. Nice guy in the world. You know, I got decals on my car. I introduce myself. I introduce Izzy, who's a firefighter. So he gives us the code that the person passed away. And I'm telling him, listen, you know, we got to be somewhere. He's like, all right, let me talk to the sheriff. We'll get you out of here. Now, I'm not one to make fun of cops. But these two sheriffs that walked over to the car, I call them Jelly Roll. And they walked over and they're like, well, what do you want? Firefighter said you're a cop. I'm like, no, I'm retired. Oh, why do you have DEA stickers? So I'm like, it's not DEA stickers. It stands for Detective Endowment Association. Well, I don't know why you would have that sticker. Long story short, I'll go on because it's hysterical. He's like, we can't do nothing for you. You might as well get comfortable. You're going to be here for hours. The road's going to be shut down. I was like, well, you know, a serious injury? He's like, I can't tell you that information. They walk off, get into their sheriff's car, and drive off. Another sheriff on scene waves us over. He's like, have a good night, detective. Have a great day. So it was just funny because the DEA sticker and the one sheriff reminded me of Jelly Roll.
Uneducated law enforcement.
Definitely uneducated. Have a safe flight, Dawn Marie. Enjoy, I guess, your mini vacation. Yeah, it was funny, especially being at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was a sad excuse for law enforcement, that's all I can say.
I found the perfect cup for your mom for Christmas, babe. Promoted from dog grandma to human grandma.
Why don't you go check on little man?
He just did.
Still sleeping?
Yes, he is.
Wendy, if you watch my live from crabbing last week, little man is actually in the video. I was hoping you would join that day.
We had some dolphins.
Oh yeah, and we were joined by a dolphin. It was a good day. Caught 7 crabs, I think it was.
Sure wasn't more?
Well,
Yeah,
took-
It was 7 or 8.
we took 7 home, missed 4 or 5. Yeah, that was the first time I ever seen a dolphin there. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, he's a trip. He's starting. I mean, Tuesday he'll be 3 months, but like he's just realizing he can use his hands and not his fingers yet, but his fist. So it's funny. I know, Wendy. I was like, oh, this is great. And I'm like, oh, Wendy's not here. Yeah, this fire's too hot. And he's sleeping right now. Well, when we do the little video for Thanksgiving, you'll see him. But yeah, he's in the crabbing video. He was in the backseat of the car, sleeping, and then he woke up and Mama had him. Hi, Margaret. Thank you for joining. Yeah, my future son-in-law is a pyro, I think. The fire juice keeps getting bigger.
Wood pile keeps getting smaller.
I can't complain. I almost have zero wood pile except for the fresh stuff. Yeah, that's why I didn't do fire pit Sunday. I figured scorching Sunday kind of makes more sense because this is like an inferno right now. Oh, and Brooklyn's running around now. Well, I mean, if that branch catches on fire, it should fall right in the fire pit, so that'll be alright.
I'll go get some marshmallows.
Well, we got the mini marshmallows to make candy jam.
Here we go.
Okay, that is hot. I'm going to try and pan it up on a tripod to see if I can show you how close it is to the tree.
Holy
So,
shit, babe.
Forgive me if...
I think we should just do a couple of
Oh, shit. Fuck. you
So
got me.
that's how close it is to the tree, if you can see it.
It's about like 4 feet.
I ain't 4 feet. I think I just singed my eyebrows.
I got burned right here.
He was like, oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Alright. Well, now there's a bright light. I can walk in front of the camera and say hello to everybody.
Dad, he was like, oh my gosh, a bug. It's a huge beetle. Turns out it was a cockroach underneath all the wood.
It was buried in the dirt.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. Nice cool night in Florida, probably 68, 70-ish. Enjoying a nice cold beer. And getting a suntan, sunburn. Alright, that's
65 degrees
65. Okay, I was close.
out here in Spring Hill, Florida. Too bad.
Alright, it's too hot to stand next to that fire, so...
Oh God, that's all you'll have left? The fire. Is your camera not working? Or the baby?
I'll have to leave chat. I'll check the camera.
Did you put him in his...
Go check on it.
I put him in his packing place?
If he's sleeping in the swing, just leave him if he's comfortable.
I'm coming in too.
It's gonna get noisy. I gotta check on the little one on my camera. Give me 1 second, everybody. He's still sleeping. Feet are not even moving. He's out.
Alright. So,
Sorry about the static.
I'll be alright. I'm such a good baby.
That he is. That's like 3-degree burn there, standing next to that fire. What is that? Jim Carrey? Fire Marshal Bob? Is that what it was called?
Fire went down. Man. Calls me a pyro. You gotta see me in the wintertime at the marina. That's all I do. I play with fire. Shrink wrapping boats.
Did Brooklyn go inside with you?
No, she's roaming around. If you're enjoying this fire with me, please smash that like button. So because of every one of you, we are almost at 50,000 views and almost 1.4K subscribers.
Alright. So we gotta keep it going with the likes and...
Well, we are halfway to being monetized. And that's because of everybody here in chat that's enjoying this beautiful fire. I don't know if that tree is safe. We just had rain the last couple of days, so everything's a little moist. Then again, it is Florida, so
Trooper's laying right next to the camera.
373 Livonia, one of my favorite buildings.
Trooper, you're laying in front of it.
Ooh, 1059.
You got a friend.
Well, 265 Fire Marshal Bill, that's it. I was called out when I did training and security before the police department. Listen, I was a volunteer firefighter in New York while I was still on the job. 26503 is my favorite. I probably made more arrests using that penal law code than anything else. Now, 26503 is criminal possession of a weapon. How to make a flaming cheesecake. No, but I will be making a cheesecake for Thanksgiving along with my apple pie.
I'm not gonna do my banana bread.
Yeah, I mean, flaming anything is right. I think I'll be out here till 6 in the morning the way this fire is going.
Yeah, right. You won't even make it that long.
It's Brooklyn scratching on the door.
Yeah. But she didn't want to go in when John went over there. Come here, Brooke. Come on. Hey. Oh, whatever you did. She's staring over at us, wagging her tail. Watch that deer.
Yeah, I don't think the fire is good anymore. There we go.
That looks pretty cool on camera. It's dancing.
I think that's it for tonight. The wood. Pretty hot in here.
Well, kind of got the hose on standby, but
I don't do nothing.
No, that's like pretty close to the damn trees.
165.
Yeah, it's not even close. What are you talking about?
No.
It's the ambers.
I could cook weenies between there.
That dead branch right there is burnt. You see it's red?
No, that's just the peat moss growing on there. It's so wet.
No, it's a good thing there's not peat moss on that branch right there. That whole thing would be on fire.
There was. It burned off.
It never was.
Yeah, this is a fire pit we built for my 50th birthday party, and it turned out that we had torrential rain on my birthday party, so nobody was outside.
We're outside now. We outside! We outside! Sorry, that's Gen Z bullshit.
As long as it ain't snowflake bullshit, we're good.
I think it happened in COVID. People were saying it.
Oh, you're sitting next to him?
Yeah, he loves me. Here,
Yeah, he does.
he wants a stick.
You can't even get close enough to melt the marshmallow to that fire unless you got an extension pole.
Yeah, I'm fucking sweating my ass off. I'm fucking dying.
He is. He literally.
Oh, he's
so-
been playing with the fire for the last 5 hours.
I'm fucking dying.
If you ain't read tomorrow, then I don't know what else is gonna make you.
Listen, you can hear that.
Red. Yeah, that's how hot it is.
Not the crackling, listen.
Well, the leaves burning up above you.
No, that's the intensity.
Snap, crackle, pop.
The trooper's head is even warm.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was upstate in Cuddy-Backville Fire Department for maybe 5 years. Got all my training, all my certs. But then I got hurt, and that was kind of the end of both departments. jumping the train stop.
Man, everybody knows you don't jump the train style. You fucking go through the handicap door and you let everybody through. That's how you really do it.
Back in the day, they wouldn't even attempt to. They were nervous to even go near it, to jump the turnstile.
Can you imagine the MTA doing their job now?
And now, all these new cops are snowflakes. That's when if they ever want to solve anything, they need to call in the old school cops. Been saying that for years. Troop, well, you still got your hair on your Troop. That's good. Brooklyn's like 100 feet away at the door.
Trooper's enjoying
Yeah,
this.
I keep dripping sweat.
That,
Like my forehead.
fire is intense. Well,
Oh boy.
you got some oak branches in there because that's from this tree here.
Come here.
It's funny because the amount of branches and everything, that I burned, we made up in new wood. It's like I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, but I mean that's all from those trees in the back there.
Should just cut all of those down.
No, that's my privacy fence. No, it is true, Brittany. I mean, Scott, to tell you. I mean, us old school cops. I'm not even going. I'm just saying the cops from the '90s. You go back to the '70s. I mean, that's real cops. We were kind of the last generation of NYPD that knew how to handle stuff. You know, we didn't take no BS from anybody.
Because you're still asking?
I mean, my whole family is cops. I am, third.
I thought she was asking for the real Dennis. I'm like, what do you mean? He's here.
Third or fourth generation, but there's, I think, 10 of us in law enforcement. My aunt and uncle are both sergeants with NYPD. My uncle was a first grade detective. My cousin was NYPD, vested out after 5, came down to Florida. He's a detective here for the last 20 years now. "21 years. That's like an odd number. Usually it's 20, get the hell out, or do the extra 5 to get that little extra bonus in your check." So 21 years.
I bet it does.
So he's like the last of us. You know, once you start getting into after 9/11, everything, maybe 2005, that's when the department started getting real soft.
Man, your generation thought the world was going to end in 2000. Because you guys didn't think the computers would switch over to 2.
We weren't worried about it because we didn't care about computers or cell phones or nothing. We were still using Motorola
That's true.
shoebox phones back then.
Tell everyone that's in your chat that's older than 1992 that they're all older than Google.
Everybody in this chat is my age or older.
Yep, they're all older than Google.
I think maybe 1 or 2 are not.
So you guys use the expression, I remember when they first invented
Everybody in this
it."
chat is used to AOL. Well, what's that other chat groups? Was it AOL?
Twitch?
No.
Discord? That's not a good one. Discord's good.
Yep, and was it the 6-cell?
Stuff, though.
The 6-cell flashlights? The only time I had to call a boss by their name is after the merge. Before that, even my captains and inspectors were by first name in housing. Ah, okay. Yeah, Yahoo chat. That was another one. That was.
Oh, talking about Yahoo, I'll read. Give me that.
Come on.
G-A-U ES.
I think it was a Yahoo chat. Was the one that had all those chat groups or whatever you call them, chat rooms or something like that. It was one of them, AOL or Yahoo. MySpace. Oh God, yeah. MySpace was our YouTube and all social media back then. That's if you had good hardwired internet connected through your phone line. And you see the chat, what people are saying? That's how old school we are. Scott, when did you retire, Scott? Creep, yeah. I think it was AOL too.
Bro, the Steelers lost by a field goal.
Yeah.
That's expected though. The whole game was a fucking field goal, maybe.
All right, Brittany, I have to ask you, what did your Gators do this weekend? I didn't watch them.
I'm coming with Patrick.
I'm not busting your chops. I'm asking a serious question. This is peaceful just watching this fire. It's so relaxed.
Finally starting to cool down.
Well, when I did the trimming, I tried to cut these branches to get them out of the way, but I couldn't do it. Well, yeah, I mean, probation. Well, I don't remember.
You were on probation? Naughty, naughty.
Yeah, you get a year probation when you graduate from the police academy.
Oh.
I mean, if you walk the wrong way, they would fire you.
Yeah, I got probation at the casino.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, so you're out 6 years. Okay. Yeah, next month, December 31st, will be 20 years that I retired with disability. My first computer had to plug it into the phone jack, and it weighed about 100 pounds. It does. I mean, excuse me. That's a bad thing about having a drink when you're going live.
Yeah, remember to drink it.
No, burping in a mic. Oh, I thought you were being funny and you were joking that you didn't hear me. I was asking how your team did. 2 points?
They went by safety.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been a Knowles fan since I moved down here, so almost 14 years, 13 and a half years I've been a Knowles fan. I'm a die-hard Irish fan. You know, Georgia's kind of like, give me a break already. I want to see Georgia lose. I want to see Alabama lose.
He's snoring.
Okay, good.
Colorado still in it?
I don't know what Colorado's record is. I know they lost like 2 of them.
Brooklyn, though.
No,
Wow.
Isn't it playoffs for the
Next weekend is the last game.
Okay. I know it was getting close to it.
Brooklyn was trying to get in space again. Just gotta watch out on the camera.
Yeah, Scott, before I retired, well, when I retired, we were still typing everything on the old school typewriters. The only computers we were using was for background checks, and that was it. Everything was done on typewriters.
Imagine having to use a filing cabinet. Ugh. Ugh, what's a filing cabinet?
You hear these youngsters over here?
I didn't say shit.
I save it to my Adobe flash drive.
Detective Squad worked on filing cabinets and on typewriters. I know detectives that type with one finger. A DD5 would take them their entire shift.
What you mean? They're gonna need two hands though when they gotta ching reload it.
No, you just swipe across.
Oh, you didn't have to hold it down.
Well, yeah, but
So you hold it down, ching.
man, these kids. Yeah, but just think what your son is going to be talking to you the same way when he's your age.
No, I'm hip.
Hey, listen, I'm over here streaming live on YouTube. I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you are.
I used to hide them in the attic in the crawl space. That's where we used to hide the Christmas presents. Because they were too small to climb or get the ladder.
And then you guys had a lock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Because we would always go and open up our Christmas presents before Christmas.
Nope, I remember my parents hiding them in the garage, and my mother would go shopping like 2 months before Christmas. And like put them all in a garbage bag in the garage. I'll hide them behind tools and stuff like that.
Well, she used to leave it at my grandma's house. She was smart.
That too. My stuff would be over at my aunt's house, and my cousin's stuff would be at my house, and
Just hide.
2 screens. Wow. I mean, the cops today, they're using cell phones and everything. They have everything in their pocket, in their fingertips, or iPads, or whatever they're called.
Oh, iPad babies. Oh yeah.
Checking, arrest warrants and facial recognition and all that stuff. I mean, technology-wise, these cops got it made. We relied on ink and paper back in the day.
And good handwriting. I don't got that.
No, everything we did as a detective or even as a cop, everything was typed. All our paperwork had to be typed. If you made an error, then you had to cross it out, write the correct thing in, and put your initials next to it.
Oh, they didn't have whiteout invented then?
So I didn't have a basement in Queens. We had I grew up in a 3-story brick building in Queens. Well, there was a walk-in and then 2 stories. All right, this Streamlabs is like happening every 2 seconds here. I gotta fix that. Yeah, I just figured since John was cleaning up the yard and burning everything, I'd sit out here, have a few cold ones while little man is sleeping. Enjoy the cool weather.
That's Cassie. Completely different.
Yeah, she's matured.
Cassie.
She got a new boyfriend?
Probably not every week.
I got you, Brittany. I kind of just left it alone after I seen what you said. I'm not gonna bust your chops about it. It's the end of the season.
Yeah. Tell Team Brittany the Gators don't got a chance.
Listen, you'll get Brittany and Bill that gang up on you. Bill is a die-hard Gators fan.
What time does Winn-Dixie close?
I don't know.
10.
Yeah, so we're slacking here. I still haven't gotten a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Didn't Syracuse beat the Gators this year? Twice?
We need vest. Well, see, I never left the office without my vest. It might have been because of Kevin Gillespie. Knowing some of you worked with that happening to. I mean, Parker and Rafferty, I worked with both of them. And when I was out line of duty, they both got killed and they weren't wearing their vest. So it's, I don't know. They didn't get me emotional talking about this stuff. I didn't even know they had the pawn phones, until recently. Gators B&B. Yeah, sure. My daughter's going to the store tomorrow, and we're gonna get a turkey. So that way, 3 days to defrost. I have no room in my refrigerator freezer or my chest freezer from all the hog meat. So for the last 3 days, I've been editing 2 more hog videos for everybody. The one video is 30 minutes, and that's basically processing the hogs myself. So it's taken me a lot longer because I'm kind of doing the one finger typing and moving the mouse with one arm. Whiteout. Oh man. I remember we used to have the thing that went on the typewriter if you had to white something out. I usually just threw it out, ripped it out of the typewriter, and redid it all. Yes, Brittany, the freezer, we had 3 hogs, right around 300 pounds total, but you lose half of the weight of an animal from the bones and everything else. So we wound up with about, and then once you break it down, we wound up with about 50-ish pounds of meat. But we're going back in December, so we're going to put more meat in the freezer.
When are you recording?
Well, see, we would have had 3 different kills on video. The guides at the outfitter put John's best friend with my daughter Skylar, since she's a seasoned hunter, and John was with me. So the other guy,
For the first time.
he's a first-time hunter, and he didn't give. So when you have multiple hogs and 2 hunters, you do the countdown so both people can shoot. Well, he got excited and he shot. John would have the opportunity to shoot a 300-pound plus pig, but we won't talk about that. We'll leave that right here. So he got, his pig was about 70, 80 pounds. First hunt, first hog, but he did great. So Cheryl, I have a video of the outfitter skinning and quartering the hogs. And then instead of me bringing them to a butcher, I break them down. I take all the meat off the bones and separate it. And then we process it ourselves. Because a butcher will charge you anywhere from $100 to $200. I mean, it does take a lot of time. I think I spent 3 days editing about 6 or 7 hours of video to kind of shorten it for everybody. So Margaret, the best way, unless you have to, what you do on any type of animal, I found it easier unless you have to drag the whole animal out of the woods, is you quarter the animal, you take off all 4 legs, you take out your back straps, your tenderloins, but instead of field dressing, I don't mean to get gross with anybody, but removing the guts and organs, you kind of fold them back down into the rib cage so you don't have to worry about that mess. Let me just go back here. I'm trying to read everything on my other phone.
Damn, 2 worst teams went up against each other today. The New York Giants and the Washington Commanders.
Let's see. Scott's pleading the 5th. Yeah, Scott, I mean, maybe one night I'll call Ron, meet him, or Kevin Gillespie next year. I'll do a memorial for Kevin. I was working that night. It still gives me chills. Cheryl, no, I didn't post the skinning and quartering video yet, or the processing. That would be in the next few days. And you guys have an amnesia. That's never good. Scott, you're doing good. You're here. I can see your comments. Sorry I had to.
No,
So I've never done the liver, heart, anything like that on an animal. I've never been that person. I've never liked any of that. My great grandmother's an old school Italian who liked the cow brains and the liver and the heart. Not me. That's not my thing. No, I'm gonna try and get the skinning and quartering up tomorrow when little man takes a nap, or first thing in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee. I'll try and get that video up. It's interesting. I had to block some stuff out. Um, I just had to block some things out. You'll kind of see if you pick up on it. Keep a close eye. You might pick up what I'm blocking out. But I can't say what it is because the owner doesn't like to be talked about, and it's very understanding. I'll leave it at that. And then after Thanksgiving, I will put up the whole processing video to show you actually what we do to break down the animal into chopped meat. So the thing with wild hogs is this: you can actually get sick. I forget what it's called. It's a disease.
Oh my gosh.
If you do not cook a wild hog to temperature, it can be treated, but it will never go away. You remember what he said it was?
The degrees?
No, it's not tendonitis. I forget what it's called.
E. coli?
No, it ain't. Oh, 300 Gold Street. I remember that. I've been there a few times. Brittany, I can't blow the whole video. So the way he does it is not disgusting. And I didn't do a voiceover. I kind of just throw up big words. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, anxiety. No, you get anxiety when you're a first-time hunter trying to pull the trigger for the first time. My daughter just looked it up. Trichinosis. So it can be treated, but it'll always remain in your system. So with wild hogs, I only turn it into chopped meat because that way I know 110% I will cook it to temperature.
Trichinella.
I am an FSU fan.
No, he's not. Don't let him lie to you.
They're 11-0. It's first time since 2013. Perfect record. I hate Winston, but that's the last time they had this type of record. Yeah, even hunters have gotten lazy. When I was living in New York, and my family friend who was a taxidermist and butcher, people would bring in their animals not even gutted. It got to the point where we had to charge them an extra $100. Brittany, the cell phone is 6 inches away from my mouth. Yeah, it's really hot. There's a lot of ambers in there.
Yeah, it's so pushing off.
I mean, it is 3 bricks high, the fire pit, and it is filled with ash.
It is.
I think Scott's saying he wants to see a fire again.
What?
I think Scott said he wants to see a fire again.
And that's gonna be it for tonight, folks.
If he's going to start the fire, I'm going to need another beer. Look, there's a flame.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a plane.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I didn't smack talk you about, your orange and blue. I was very nice about it. You can talk all the smack you want about FSU. I am a die-hard Irish fan. Irish are going to be horrible next year.
Is that Team Brittany? She's going back at it? Oh,
Yeah.
Don't make me remind her about
Karen
that
Cole, thank you for joining.
How they barely beat Tennessee.
Oh, it's way early in the morning. Oh no. Think you're 4 hours ahead of us? Oh, that's it. She started the smack talk. That's it. Listen, they've done pretty good with a coach just rolling in, even though he's been there for a few years. I
He's
think
just trying to find out.
think they're 8-3 and 9-3 now.
Lizard. He was going in the, like going in the. You got your flashing red lights on.
Yeah, the lizards are all in there. There's no snakes. You would have seen them already.
I think it's good, babe.
And there's the fire. The fire's back.
I'm not touching the fire.
Oh, I thought you was only 4 hours ahead of us. Okay. Went back to 5.
California?
No, Karen is in the UK.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Our community is all over the
How's
world.
it feel to never be able to carry a gun?
Robbie's from Australia. We have people from Japan, all over the
Australia,
world.
That's a real place? Spider Nation?
Karen, thank you for joining, and I'm sorry I haven't been in your lives. My grandson is here, so I've been trying every second with him, and I'm having some medical issues, so it's kind of preventing me from getting on the computer or holding my phone for long periods of time. But I will rewatch everything, I promise. That's right, Cheryl's from Canada. I forgot about that. But I've been and hunted in Alberta, Canada. Thank you, Karen. And I do appreciate you coming in at 1 a.m. in the morning. I think Mr. Bill passed out too, because I don't see him back in chat. That's a baby fire compared to what it was earlier. I mean, oh, it's only 8:15.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've been to Alberta twice. I've hunted moose and black bear.
Did you get caught?
And we went through the state park over to BC, I think it is. Back in the early 2000, I believe, is when I was there. I got pictures. I look like a baby. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you joining.
We got
Or
abort.
Rewatching the crabbing video. You're so loud. Don't say he's loud. Yous are a perfect match.
I'm tired.
Then go on the couch with little man.
No, I'm gonna go take a shower.
Oh, kids.
He's sleeping. He's snoring away. And Brooklyn's sleeping on the baby. On the.
Brooklyn went in.
Yeah, she's sleeping on the dog bed.
She's probably one eye open watching little man.
She's not even facing him.
Yeah, I hope you know I packed this thing.
Is that all ash in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Make room. There you go.
Have Izzy come over with the leaf blower tomorrow.
You gonna piss off your neighbors?
That's okay.
Listen, even my Irish have a better record than those guys.
Your neighbors?
My Irish.
Oh. This thing's gonna burn all night, though.
I used to be a die-hard Ducks fan.
Do you want to put water on that, Dad, or no?
No, that thing's fine.
But the stuff on the ground is what the issue is.
No, that's fine.
Worst case scenario, we'll spray water around the fire pit. I don't think there'd be too many embers.
It's fine, I guess.
Listen, Trooper is like 10 years old. He's an old man like me.
Been going with us since 2015. Right? 2015 Christmas.
Was it 2015? Oh, he's only 8? No, I think he's 9.
2015 when he stole my phone out of my back pocket.
Well, I've been here 5 years. I was at the other place for 5 years. No,
We had him when we
think he's
first
9.
moved in that he's 10.
So then he's 10. So 2015 to 2023 is
So
what?
we got him in 2024 then?
Yeah, we got him in 2024.
I mean, I said I was
My dog
five.
hasn't even been born yet. No, boy.
2014.
Something like that, yeah.
We were going into 2015. That's right. Because that was our Christmas gift.
Yeah, Trooper likes, for some reason, he digs a shallow hole and then he licks the dirt. I have no idea what he is doing. But I stood there watching him and he's actually licking the dirt.
You never know. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Some bootlegger might have buried his gold mine here 600 years ago.
Well, there's plenty of landmines throughout the yard. If you see anything shiny, you can keep it. No, this is relaxing. The neighborhood's good. It's quiet. There's all the people in this neighborhood. Yes, he spells out "Go Gators" and then he turns around and he leaves a landmine right on top of it. Sort of like their season.
Yeah, they are having a bad season.
So it said why dogs dig and lick their holes.
You know,
What does it say?
It says boredom, stress, or the pursuit of scent, or it's a health problem like anemia, mineral deficiency, or upset stomach.
Huh, that's interesting. I figured he was eating grubs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it said why does my dog dig and lick the dirt?
I should be drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade. Ugh.
He got the black cherry then. That's a different story. The lemonade is a little.
Yeah, I did good when I was processing the meat. I didn't cut myself after drinking some blackened whiskey.
Is that when you had it with the Sunkiss?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It goes better with Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew and Sprite, and you'll thank me later. Like half a glass of Sprite and then like a quarter of Mountain Dew. It's perfect mixture. Or Sprite and sweet tea. That's another good one. Diet Coke and regular Coke just tastes like regular Coke.
Coke Zero is good with JD.
Coke Zero is pretty good. Have you had the cans? The pre-made cans? You buy them at well, I don't know where you can buy them at. They got at Beer World by us. You can buy them. Comes in a 4-pack. That's all I've seen them, and they're Jack Daniel crossed with.
I haven't tried them.
Yeah, I swear to God, those things are dangerous. Can't even taste the alcohol, but it's too late.
I don't know if I thanked you. I don't know if Karen Cole's still in here. Thank you for that comment.
Right now, and like it and subscribe.
Shirley, you gotta do snowflakes, not cupcakes.
Gadsden.
Oh, Gadsden Freedom Outdoors.
Freedom Outdoors. Hi guys, I'm Dennis. Welcome back to Gadsden Freedom. And we're just sitting here watching the earth burn.
Karen, I think Bill has one of those machines.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize there was that fucking close.
Aw,
There it is. There's the snowflakes.
I just blinded him.
I literally just looked to see if there's some.
No, if you click on chat and you go through the emojis, you can find the snowflakes.
Yeah, I did that.
You can just go to emojis on your phone.
Yep. Well, we all have our own thing, but like once you get monetized, then you can create special emojis. But instead of doing a red circle with the line through it, I want to do a red circle with a gun through it on the snowflake, since that's what our channel's about.
Yeah, you can really see my nostrils with this filter.
drinking a Coke right now. It's better than assortment.
Jesus.
That's what did
You,
Maddie.
you can't say stuff like that. You can't.
That's right, YouTube, you'll get banned. That's
Oh,
right.
I'm not monetized yet, but if I was monetized, they would strike that.
Good thing you're not playing any music.
They're weird because on shorts you can play any music, because I've seen people playing certain bands that are licensed. It's weird.
I'm gonna find out.
Ooh, Northern Iowa. You got the Bucks there in Iowa. I hate to say it that I'm drinking an Ultra right now, since they're part of a certain company. I like my Yingling, black and tan, but fortunately I had to
You had to settle for what I drink.
yeah, I had to settle for that.
I had to settle for a real man beer.
Yeah, that's like with the hunting videos, Brittany. There's a lot of people that I know are monetized that do a lot of hunting videos, and they have specific shot placement and all this kind of stuff. So I can't look into their channel. So I don't know if they're losing it when they do videos like that. So we might have to do members only. And if we can't do that, I'll have to talk to Ron about it. We might have to link it to another social media that allows all that type of stuff, especially when we get out to Texas and we're doing all the chickens and all of that stuff out in Texas. You know, I think that's where we're gonna have issues, because you cannot
Slaughter chicken on camera.
you can't even touch a firearm on a live channel. You can't even touch a scope when you're live. So that's going to be an issue for us. But me and Bill figured something out, because we did a little research. We're both going to take our firearm instructor course and get certified, which under YouTube guidelines we would have to fill out and submit a form. We would be experts in the field of firearms with that license, which would technically and legally allow us to do that with firearms. That fire's so hot, you're gonna melt that brake.
It is. Like I said, this is all. There ain't nowhere for it to go.
Is that all live amber in there?
Yeah. This thing probably. If you wanted to, this thing would probably burn for at least a day. That core's got to be at least 300-400 degrees.
Well, the whole thing with Texas and our videos are going to be more homestead related. You know, we're going to start doing all the water purification, stuff like that. Your greenhouses, of course, hunting and firearms. But it's going to be a lot of homesteading, you know, little tips and tricks. Both me and Bill were both aircraft mechanics, and we have a lot of engineering background. Bill's dad, Pops, who you've seen in one of the crabbing videos, you know, he was a submariner in the Navy. He's also, what'd you say? What was that term? I forgot. He's also an engineer, an engine master mechanic. So there's going to be a lot of things that, we're going to show you how we do it. Cowboy hats required. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to, but I'm going to get it embroidered with my DEA logo. I'll have to get like a dark blue, maybe a black one, get my logo embroidered in it. I'm going to have to get one of those really big belt buckles that say Irish.
I'll buy you one that says Irish.
Bedazzle it. Yeah, we were in went to one of the outlets here in Florida. Went into a shoe store and they had the cutest little shoes for my grandson, but he's so small. His dad brought up a good point. It's kind of pointless for him to have shoes right now because he's not walking, and you know. But it's like, being grandpa. I just want to go buy it for him. I'm not doing spurs. I'm not getting on a horse. I've been bucked off a horse. I owned 9 or 10 horses in New York. I had racing horses. I had, so many. Yeah, I think 9 horses in New York. My mare threw me off. Apparently, I blacked out, went unconscious. I didn't even know it. Yeah, so I bought shoes at Under Armour today because first responder discount. Oh, Scott, you get 20% at Under Armour also. My sneakers cost me $38. Shoes for my grandson were $64. I'm like, seriously? Size 13 shoe compared to, I don't even know what size babies are. A third of material, double the price. It's crazy. Brittany, don't you dare. She was a painted. She was still green. I was breaking her in, and she bucked me right off. Actually, my mother did that with mine. I mean, we had those little white shoes back in the 70s. Those little like white leather. I don't even know if they were leather. Back then, you used to get them dipped in bronze. Yeah, huh? I know what you were thinking, Brittany. She was a beautiful, beautiful painted. She was brown and white. Mm-hmm.
This thing doing justice for you?
I didn't even know it was on.
Yeah.
It might be on. I haven't got bitten up.
Yeah, me neither. We're heading back inside.
Scott, what happened to the 5th? Yeah, Under Armour does 20%. Adidas, you got to go through ID Me. I won't spend money at Nike. I don't care how much they offer. Yeah, he'll be 3 months on Tuesday. He does not fit into 0 to 3. He only fits into some 6 months. Most of his stuff is older than 6 months that he fits into. I mean, they grow like weeds. Yeah, they were just like, we didn't have like the Converse and all these other brands back then. We had these little white leather shoes that they threw on us, and that was it. Now, any brand you can buy for the baby. You're probably right, Scott. Probably exactly what they were. Yeah, I think my mother has mine like dipped in bronze or something with like a little plaque with my name on them. It was so simple back then. You go into one store and you get everything. Now you got to go to an entire outlet just to go shopping. I don't wear nothing when I wear chaps. I just seen that comment. Can't, you know? Gotta let the breeze. So, so when all that happened with Nike and what's his face, I actually went in my backyard and made a pile of all my stuff and lighter fluid. I haven't watched an NFL game since. All I watch is hockey and college football. I don't watch anything else. Scott, what you gotta do is take those gift cards and go Christmas shopping for somebody else. That sounds kind of cheap, but I wouldn't spend a dime with them. Was it 2020? It was right around when COVID hit, or right before, I think it was. There was a American football player. There's the whole thing with the national anthem and people taking knees. There was a football player. He just came right out and went off about the United States and blah, blah, blah. And Nike endorsed him and they lost millions of dollars like the beer company is going through right now. And then they hired him, they paid him millions to do all their ads. Instead of siding with our veterans and first responders, they took the side of this football player who is basically anti-American, anti-respecting the vets, our flag. So wait, is that Wow Dudes or something like that, Karen? Yes, woke Nike, absolutely. You must be an Islander fan, Scott. You know, Brittany, I keep saying that I'll be responsible one day. I guess I am now. I got a grandson. My kids are still annoying and they're in their 20s. Okay, so my daughter, I'm just going to say John instead of saying future son-in-law, in the shoe store trying to get me to try on a pair of Wow Dudes. I'm just not a loafer type of guy. Yeah, I didn't want to say his name, Scott. They had the sales lady go in the back and get a pair of shoes for me to try on. And I had to stand there and hold my ground and told her I'm not doing it because I don't wear them. I got my slides, I got a pair of camel Crocs, and I got my sneakers. That's it. I'm simple. Yeah, that's a big autocorrect. Steaks and team. Yeah, they tried to get me to get a pair. They're gonna buy them for as a Christmas gift for me, but I like my sneakers. That's like a swing sweat. Hockey stakes. Hey, speaking of hockey, did you see that the game in the UK with, what was it, Pittsburgh? The guy got murdered, and they arrested the guy for murder. Yeah, exactly. Low maintenance. Huh?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm sitting here talking with everybody.
Alright,
Watch.
thanks for grabbing. We want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a game. I think it was held in the UK. From what I've seen, he got his throat sliced by the hockey skate, and they arrested the other team player because apparently they watched the replay, and the guy actually lifted his leg up towards the guy's neck. And I don't know if it was fake news. I seen it was a pop up. It was actually on the New York Rangers page that they made the arrest on the murder. Wait, Britt, do you got a snub nose? Is that what I'm reading there? I don't like loafers either. I mean, my sneakers, yeah, they're they're slip on because I'm too lazy to tie my shoelaces. Um, I got a few bracelets laying around in certain areas. I really hope that's my dog. Okay. That's all right. My small dog is sitting here next to me. I really got to fix this Streamlabs. It always rains in the UK. Hey, Scott, you caught that too? I was gonna be a wise ass and say something else, but I'll be polite. But then again, it is Brittany. Yeah, the fire's going out. They left me out here by myself, so I'm not gonna start it up again. You too, Brittany. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. I would be interested in that. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit out here and make sure it doesn't kick up again. 'Cause that is full of ambers and ashes in there. Yeah, he's been burning the wood since 3 o'clock this afternoon. For 5 hours, almost 6 hours. But Karen, can you record in court, or are you just gonna record like going towards the courthouse? What are you doing, Troop? Some of the video editing software, you can actually blur people out and it tracks them. Like I use Wondershare filmware, and I can do blur and actually track the person. Scott, I am very upset. I had the Ruger and the S&W, and I sold both of them. And I've been trying to find a new one to buy, and they're like $600-700 right now. Okay, that's what I figured, Karen. Like I would be so interesting, like in the buildings. I love architecture, so like churches and old buildings. I love stuff like that. Like if I was still in New York, I would do tours of in Manhattan of the old buildings and all the old architecture. Like the one church in Manhattan, I think it's like from Scott. What's the name of that church? It's like from the 1800s. Not not St. Patrick's. There's another one that's like in the middle. It actually sounds like a Metallica song or even an Iron Maiden song. Embers and Ashes. Now that would be interesting, Karen. Oh, there's still none of you here enjoying this Ambers and Ashes fire going. Yes, I appreciate each and every one of you hanging out with me tonight. Like always, you're taking time out to spend it with me. I appreciate that so much. It means everything to me. Everybody here, I would almost guarantee that every single one of you are subscribed to Karen Cole's channel. That would be a great lyrics to a song, though. It really would be. It does remind me of, like I said, Metallica song. Oh, wow. So the whole reason behind me getting another Ruger or S&W is like when we go to Texas, I want to have rat shot because there is a lot of snakes. So I want to be able to carry my SIG and maybe have a little tactical die holster with rat shot in my 38. Scott, I can't remember. It's like in the center. It's got all the old tombstones. I think it's back from 1800s, maybe 1700s. It might be Trinity Church. I can't even tell you where it was at. I'll have to look at that, Karen. Pretty much the last 2 weeks since my daughter's been down here with my grandson, the only time I've been on the computer is in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee. It's kind of like grandpa's time. Other than that, I got my grandson or my daughter and John are running out, doing things, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch him. So they go back, I believe they'll leave next Sunday, so and John just got a promotion up in New York, so they might not be moving down in January. So we're really trying to spend every second I can. Margaret, you're writing lyrics? We're making a song tonight? Is that what we're doing? It might be Trinity. I can't think of any like other church. I know was it one of the pirates or something like that that's buried there? It's a famous person that's like buried there from history too. It's a good thing I don't have to worry about sitting out here with my little toy on my hip. So our Facebook page, basically we're uploading the videos that we do on YouTube. You know, trying to get a following on Facebook so we can get more subscribers. You know, it's everything that you're seeing here or watching on the YouTube channel is on Facebook as well. You know, our website, we're kind of working on that. We'll get merch up on the website soon, but we kind of got a lot of photo galleries on the website. I'm just thinking because I'm seeing all this Streamlabs pop up. And tonight I made wild boar burgers, which it was hectic, so I didn't get a chance to film it. But we got boar meat, so I'll be doing some videos on burgers and meatloaf and meat sauce with wild boar. I'll definitely look at that, Karen. I got to catch up on everybody's videos. I know you've done them. Yellow Shirt Dad has done them. Ron's done them. Melanie's got videos on there. Joey's got videos. I just haven't had a chance. No, we're doing good. It says 10 of you are still here. I appreciate all of yous. We got 11 thumbs up. That's awesome. I figured Mr. Bill was going to hang out with us tonight. That's it. Yep, that's it, Scott. Yep, and that's the exact person I was thinking of, but I couldn't. Well, I know, you know, I should say I should have started this off, but you know, I took a moment of silence for Josh myself. I spoke to Ron before he went live about it. You know, it's heartbreaking. So young. I don't know the full story on it. You know, hopefully he's in a better place. I don't know if he was suffering or not, but may he rest in peace. You know, I haven't had a chance, but when you hear something like that, like what happened to Josh, it's heartbreaking. You know, and I know he's done a lot for Ron and Joey and Ed. I've reached out to Josh. I've spoken to him. I remember Josh from when Ron started on YouTube. You know, so that's heartbreaking. Oh, Scott, you went there. Oilers. all I can say is, let's go Rangers. I think they're number one in NHL. Thank you, Karen. I have another drone video as well. It's from the hunting area. I was kind of just playing around with the drone. So I'm gonna upload that. I have a backlog of videos of about 15 to 20 videos. It just worked out way. We still have videos from Texas that we have to upload, but there's been so much going on between our entire community and stuff going on in life with Mr. Bill and myself, and both of our families. Yeah, Karen, it was heartbreaking. 'Cause I reached out to Ron as soon as I heard. Oh, he told me, and I reached out to him. He's done so much for the community. I mean, my oldest daughter is actually 31. Not my daughter that everybody has seen and heard the big mouth of. Listen, I was just happy that the Rangers beat the Devils. That's always been kind of the Islanders and the Devils have always been their nemesis. So this fire is kind of dying out. We're at an hour and 37 minutes. I'll stay here for 2 hours if everybody wants to just chit chat. Little man is still sleeping. So I want to get the drone out, and I actually want to do a sunset live. So I can get my daughter and grandson and John. Maybe we'll go to the beach this week and do a live sunset. Yeah, Cheryl, exactly. It's like I don't know. I know some of what happened or what took place, and I don't know. I haven't watched Ron's videos and remembrance for Josh, so I don't want to say anything because I don't know what the family allowed to be said. But it's it was a sad day. It's definitely a sad day for our community. Prayers to his family. I think Joey, just got to keep moving forward and always think positive. But remembering those people that passed, like especially for any one of us, when someone passes, whether it's from being sick or an accident, it's just remembering the good times, the happy times, even remembering the bad times, it still always brings a smile to your face. Just the remembrance of somebody is what matters. They'll stay in your heart. Perfect example is Kevin Gillespie. That's Ron and I both work with Kevin. Kevin was Ron's partner back in the 90s. He was murdered in the Bronx. I have remembrance tattoos of him. The two detectives from the 6-7 and other officers I worked with. I have them tattooed. They'll be with me forever. But on their day is a day of remembrance. I don't know who that is, Scott. What are those Islanders they use? I mean, Karen, maybe, you know, that wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, we got a big community. You know, there's a lot of people that go between all of our channels. You know, maybe we could do some type of collaboration between all of us and do some type of special You're Not Alone. You know, my door is always open for anybody. You know, my phone's always on. You know, we always say that, you know, you're not alone. You know, it's the truth. I'll listen to anybody. I'll talk to anybody. I don't care who you are. Yeah, Scott, it's the Kevin Gillespie, that's phew. I remember hearing it over the radio when that happened. Karen, it might be an idea. Maybe we'll throw around. Maybe I'll start an email with all of us involved. You know, I'll reach out to Ron and Ed. I'll reach out to Joey. You know, reach out to Yellow Shirt Dad. Let's, you know, try and see if we can get our community. Maybe we can figure something out. You know, and do like a special. That might be really, really nice for all of us to do. That's the problem down here. Like, I have to check if the ranges are on. I'm not a big Lightnings fan, but Tampa Bay has a lot of rangers, so I kind of like them. So I'll watch Tampa Bay, but I'm always checking every day when the Rangers are playing because it's hit or miss if I get to watch them. Yeah, I think Ron and Ed would be too. Melanie should be. You know, it's all about supporting everybody. You know, all of us with our channels. Listen, and all our moderators and everybody that's in our chats, every time we go live, you know, they're always supporting us. And for us to do something to show our support for everybody, you know, kind of a shoulder to lean on, you know, I don't want to say we owe it to them, but that's the type of person I am. I think it would be great. Scott, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you very much, brother. Have a great night. So, you know, once we get to Texas, we'll be doing a lot more lives. You know, right now it's a little hard because Bill is an hour and a half away from me. So for us to, I mean, we're on the phone every day talking about something, but for us to get together to try and go live all the time, like we want to do the dad jokes thing. I still want to do that. You know, I'll get Bill. I'll talk to Yellow Shirt Dad. I'll try and get Joey. Maybe the four of us, get everybody in chat. You know, and just whatever, 2 hours or whatever it is, just tell stupid jokes. I can't see the last part of that. Oh, wow. So I know. So the first time I was on duty, Ron, and I think he shared one of my videos. he got some nasty comments because somebody didn't like the idea of somebody Karen, and I know it's not you, but this person was a Karen that left Ron nasty messages. Didn't like hunting, didn't like the idea of guns and nothing else. Left Ron a nasty message. Ron is the type of person that will always support and back his friends and the people he cares for. He couldn't care much about someone that I don't. Needless to say, this person made comments and it was like, I'm backing you no matter what, Dennis. You know, I know you for a long time. I don't care what somebody says. You know, you can't please everybody. You have to do and be yourself. And if it offends somebody, that's on them. It's not on you. I try and watch some of the words I say, but if I hurt your feelings, I'm not I'm not going to go out of my way to give you special treatment. I'm going to be as respectful as I possibly can be, but I'm going to give you my professional expertise and my opinion. And I'll have an adult conversation with you if that person's capable. Yeah, but see, Karen, exactly. You know, I know you through duty, Ron. I mean, I was absent from duty, Ron, for almost a year and a half, 2 years. I had health issues. I had a lot of stuff going on. Actually, I had 2 surgeries in those 2 years. You know, and then I came back. But I remember you from a while back. That's what I mean, Karen. The community, we don't know each other, but we do. You know, we did the Halloween special together. You know, I came on your show with a yellow shirt. You know, that's what it's about. It's about supporting people. I don't care who you are or where you're from. If you're a good person, I will back you up. You will have my support. Yeah, if we do a special like that, we need to be empowering, and give people, oh, what's the word? An uplift, like you said. Just be extremely positive on the way we talk. You don't want to get somebody more depressed. But it's like my kids, my son is 23, my daughter's 22. I brought them up to total respect people, but if you don't respect me, you're not getting respect back. Treat people the way they treat you. Don't have your hand out. If you need something and you want something, you go after it. You know, I taught my kids not to be a snowflake. All of us in this group, we are an older group. We're not the way these kids are today. The kids today are snowflakes. They are cupcakes. None of us are like that. It's a different world. It really is, and it's sad. If any one of you is telling me my content is whatever, we'll have an adult conversation about it. You have your opinion, and I respect that. Duty, Ron, they're the same way. We're all old school, and we look at and handle things different. Yeah, I mean, for Ron to lose people to asking to support or donate to someone's family for the loss of a person, those people can go. If you can't do it, say it in a nice way, you're unable to do it, or you don't want to do it, but to, I don't know, turn the other cheek, or just to be, excuse my language, an asshole, you don't need to be on my channel. Yeah, see, I think I've said it in all my videos. I'm going to tell you how it is. If I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, but my job is not to protect everybody's feelings. We all go through a difficult time. We've all been there. We've all dealt with it. Some people just cannot handle it, or they don't know where to turn. And that's, I think, how we should do something as an avenue to turn. Because in law enforcement, it was always bad. You would be fired if you had a problem. Nowadays, they offer the help and everything else, and so does all different types of corporations and businesses. They offer the help instead of firing you. It's the change in society. It really is. Mental health is, I think mental health is the number one crisis in the world. Whether they don't want to face it or they don't know how to deal with it. And it's something that has to be taken serious. You can't punish somebody for mental health issues. Of course, unless they commit a crime. We've seen that recently in the last few years, but there's got to be a better way to handle it, treat it, deal with it. Listen, I've been divorced twice, so going through a divorce is extremely tough. It's difficult, but you got to be able to look on the brighter side. Yes, part of your life has ended, but you have to open your eyes to a new life, a second chapter or a third chapter, whatever it is. You have to. I've been down at the bottom, but I've always looked and always believed in myself that there's a new chapter. And that's the way I look at life. You always turn a page, you're always learning, you're always moving forward, don't move back. I try and instill that in my kids, and I mean they're still babies, but so far they're getting the concept of it. All right, I am gonna end this in 7 minutes. We'll be at the 2 hour mark. Oh wow. See, like the UK is so different. We should like pick a subject, Karen. Whatever it's illegal, the court systems or something, and then I could do research and we can do like a UK US comparison on it, both from a professional expertise. Like I'm so intrigued with different criminal court things around the world. I'm only used to the United States and how we handle everything. And like some of your videos and stuff that you talk about opens my eyes to the way the UK handles things. I think, we talked about like the crime and stuff, like your mass crimes are knife assaults versus, of course, our gun issues. But I think both of them relate back to mental health issues, mental health or terrorism. See, like I've been there too. I don't want to say losing. Well, I was on the verge of losing my home in New York with my ex-wife because of her, and moved to Florida to turn the page and start a new chapter. And wound up selling the house in New York. And things didn't work out. So like I'm on chapter 3. but still having a positive, upbeat outlook on life. Wait, Wendy's still here? Well, Wendy, you just popped back in. Wendy, did you fall asleep on me? The fire went out and you fell asleep. See, like in the US, if you get divorced, you either got to split everything 50-50, you sell your house, you split it 50-50, or the woman stays in the house with the kids and the male has to move out. All right, I forgive you, Wendy. Thank you for coming back. You know, I appreciate you. Yeah, like New York favors women in those type of cases. They always have. Like there's certain groups for the husbands or fathers, but New York courts have always favored the women or the moms in divorce or any type of case when it came to kids. Florida, Florida is actually really fair, and they look at both sides. Well, you know I appreciate you, Wendy. I appreciate every single one of you is here. You know that. Guys are hanging out with me for 2 hours. Troop is somewhere in the backyard. I can't see him or hear him no more. The fire's almost out. It is. It's hard. I don't care if you're male or female. It's hard to start over to try and get back on the right track. It is. You know, especially if you're married for many years. You know, it's hard. I don't know. This Streamlabs is really annoying me. Sorry. Sorry that it's popping up so much. Kids left me out here with the cooler. Bottles and cans everywhere. Damn kids. Oh, look at that. I zoomed in. There's the fire. It's still going. Just lit up again. Oh, wow. That's crazy. So I don't know what it is now, but I know New York back in 97, 2 kids was 33% of your yearly salary for child support. And I think it's 10 years you would have to pay marital support. Under 10 years you didn't have to. Yeah, the crickets. The crickets are definitely alive. I mean, there's houses everywhere. I mean, my property is an acre. It's all fenced in. But I get coyotes caught on my surveillance cameras on my driveway all the time. That's what I mean. Like, all of us have been through something. where it gets to us, where it eats at us. If you got to stay positive and just you keep moving forward. When you take a step back, that's when it really gets to you. I mean, I hate to say it, but well, maybe I shouldn't. Probably not, because I don't know if they're watching. I don't need no drama. But I've been there on the opposite side, being a male. So I kind of know what you're saying exactly. Wendy, I've had the same issue. That's what I was saying with my house. That was part of the main issue. I really hope that's my dog walking around. My neighbor's probably going, what is he doing? He must be out there talking to himself. See, we have that same problem, Karen. So especially with Social Security, so if you get paid Social Security and a spouse dies or you get divorced, and Social Security overpays the other person. So I had this happen because I'm on disability from NYPD. Social Security overpaid my ex-wife a couple of $1,000s. She apparently threw out all the mail, never responded to any of their phone calls, and I got stuck with the bill. And we're talking over 10 years ago. It's still my responsibility, even though I have zero contact. They do the same thing here in the States. Wendy, I don't know if it's ever catching up. I think it's just not looking back and moving forward. That's my thing. If something happens, I try and stay positive no matter what it is. Some things are hard, but there's always a brighter side to everything that happens. As long as you keep moving forward, something good will always come out of it. That's been my experience. It's tough. It really is. It's like my kids will bring up something about their mother, and I'm just like, that's your mother. I have nothing to do with any of it. You know, don't say nothing negative, because, something like that'll bite you in the butt. So I just leave it. I have zero to do with her. I mean, Wendy, you have to, because if you don't look at it that way, it eats at you. And that's when depression and more problems build up. I don't know if it's from me being with NYPD and seeing all the tragic stuff that can happen, that will happen. I don't know, but I've always been that way, to always think positive no matter what's going on. Something as stupid as not catching any crab. Okay, great. Well, I just enjoyed a beautiful day out in the Florida weather, looking at beautiful scenery, and if I'm live, talking to a great bunch of people. As silly as it sounds, but that's still positive than not catching anything. Yeah, well, they don't do that here, Karen, as far as debt. they'll throw it on one person or the other. Like I had to be responsible for my ex's vehicle because both of our names were on it. So they kind of just, whoever they're going to agree with or side with, the other person gets stuck with everything. I've dealt with that too, but yeah, Wendy, I agree with you. You know, life becomes tiresome. Is that a word? You know, but there's always another day. You know, and of course, you know, as we get older, it's like waking up the next day is a great day. You know, so to look on the bad things that happened in the past, I look at them as a learning experience. If I can make my life better or move on from it, then I achieve something. If I can't, then I leave it in the past. So I'll say this, a job is not a job if you love it. When you stop loving it, it becomes a job. So if you go to work every day enjoying what you do, it's not a job. You know, that's how I felt with being a cop. It's in my blood. It sounds stupid, but it really was. It was in my blood. It still is. I'd give my life in a heartbeat to save somebody. That's just who I am. But if you love what you do, it's not a job. It's another day of life. Well, you have to be thankful. You really do. You look at all the tragic stuff that happens to innocent people around the world, you have to be thankful. Yep, exactly, Karen. You got to live life in a moment. You know, it's, you know, a perfect example is my grandson will be 3 months on Tuesday. I can't look. It'd be great. It'd be awesome if I'm around when he turns 5, when he can, you know, when he can say grandpa. That's a blessing. But I can't. I can look forward for that day, but I can't dwell on it. Margaret, that's perfect. Absolutely. That's perfect. Yeah, I mean when you're not happy or when it becomes a job, then it's time to move on. You gotta love what you do. You have to. Hey, look who it is. Thank you for joining. And you joined just as we got some ambers going on there. I think the fire might be out until it starts up again. Lexi's still here, hiding in the background. I don't even think I can zoom in anymore. Well, maybe. I do appreciate you joining, Kristen. We just got some burning embers now. You missed the 10-foot high flames from my future son-in-law. No, Wendy, you're fine. Listen, that's what we're talking about. It's not about being depressed. It's about talking and having an outlet to talk. There ain't nobody in this chat that's going to shame anybody for anything, because I'll be the first person to remove them. You know, I mean, this is what our community is about, right? Talking and expressing, talking about whatever's on our minds. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Yeah, my future son-in-law tried to burn down my neighborhood. That's right, Karen. You were going to bed like 2 hours ago. Wendy, I'm not depressed. I don't think anybody else is here. I'm a little tired. I'm a happy person. I think you know that by now. Yeah, there's so much ashes in that fire pit and so many embers. He just kept piling on. I had piles of wood and branches, and there was 4 piles. All 4 piles are gone. John burnt them since like 2:30, 3 o'clock this afternoon. So he's been burning them for, what, 6 hours now? So the stuff that was in the background, I don't know if it was still daylight out, is all the fresh stuff. But I mean, those flames had to be 15 feet high, just about touching the tree branches above. And one thing with chat I can't see on my other phone is there it is, controlled burn. I don't know if that was a controlled burn, Kristen. I really don't. Because my future son-in-law was like, yeah, no problem. I always burn fires in New York. Here I am being a homeowner and worrying about everybody else's property in the neighborhood. And there goes the fire. It's kicking off again. I mean, look at me. I retired from NYPD almost 20 years ago, and here I am on YouTube. I'm being funny. You said lighten up the mood, so I figured I'd say that. I mean, Wendy, if you're not happy, you gotta look into something else that's gonna make you smile every day you leave your house to go to work. That's what it's about, is wanting to get up and do it. If you don't have that feeling, then it's definitely time to change. No, Kristen, took me a long time to figure it out and paying attention to everybody else's streams and then watching YouTube videos to figure out what I was doing wrong. I just got to change the timing on them because they're popping up all together instead of separate. I was actually waiting until Bill and I got monetized to have a phone call with Josh. We've kind of been doing everything, our logo and everything else on our own. Fire and rescue analyst, that's pretty exciting. Because like I said, I didn't volunteer firefighting while I was a cop. Just the adrenaline, helping people, I don't know which one it was. I used to play lead guitar in my high school metal band back in the 80s. That's about it. I wrote lyrics then. I did a lot of poems when I was on the job. Yeah, those days are long over. My disc replacement on my neck would have just probably pop out of my throat if I did that again. Wendy, aren't you a nurse if I remember correctly? No, I had a disc replacement in March. I think it was between 6 and 7. I think it was 6 and 7 or 5 and 6, one of them. I knew his medical field. See, I remember. I've heard of WhatsApp. I don't even know what it is. I know it's like texting. Yeah, just the ambers are glowing. That's about it. My dog's at the door, waiting to go in. I mean, yeah, I guess we're kind of at that time where all of us 70s babies are in the old timer homes with metal blasting on our radios. Oh my god, that'd be so funny. It's only 9:35. I'm almost going 2.5 hours. Karen was going to sleep almost 2 hours ago. My son's girlfriend, fiance, I don't know. She wants to do traveling nurse because she's under the impression or is told they make over 6 figures. But to me, being a traveling nurse, how do you have a life? You can't settle down. I know there's a hospital in Sonora, Texas that would hire anybody in the medical field if you just walked in there and applied for the job, I was told by the chief of police. Wendy, my kids bust my chops and call me old all the time. And my simple answer is, I will still beat your ass. Of course, we're gonna be old to anybody who's 15 years old. I mean, my kids are in their these two kids that are with me, they're in their 20s. Well, my son, when he says it, he gets ready to run. Exactly. Still stomp. Exactly. I just gotta hope and pray that this fire stays like that until the morning. Because I am not staying out here all night. And the damn kids leave this old man out here with everything that's out here. I think John had 2 beers and probably knocked himself out. It's a lightweight. Yeah, this is Alive on Darkness. Trying to figure out what's flashing in the camera. That's not the embers in the fire pit. It's not pointing at the sky. You just gotta call them and they tell you when you're old. Just means that you're smarter than they are. That's the other thing I say. Yep, I am definitely older than you, but I'm also a lot smarter. So let's see if I can get. It's a clear sky and we have a half moon out. You guys wouldn't even be able to tell if I'm moving the camera. It's so dark. But I can't use a gimbal because of my arm. But that is a half a moon. And it's blurry if I zoom in on it. That's the only light you're going to get out here. I don't know if you can see the stars. Oh wow, there's like a 10-second delay. That's interesting. Troop, what are you doing, Troop? Yeah, when they can pick on you all you want. Just remember, like I said, you're older and you're wiser. It's all that matters. Oh boy. Wow, girls are that bad now too. Still that bad? Jeez. Oh wait, he was telling you, giving you pickup lines to pick up a man? Oh god. Yeah, it's probably through text or through social media. People don't do face to face no more apparently. Oh my god, Kristen. Are we turning this black screen into a how-to dating app now? This is social media at its finest. Alright, so I can actually say this because oh, you ladies are hanging out with me. We have been here 2.5 hours and you are enjoying a pitch black screen, and my dog is sitting at the door crying to go in because my daughter's in there. I want to go see my little man. Well, Brooklyn's in the house probably watching the baby. Troop is out there whining because he's up my daughter's butt. No other way to say it. I bet you my daughter didn't even put dinner away. Guarantee it. Yeah, I think that would be great. I really do. Even if we like, I don't know how we do it since there's a few of us, but we all went on one of our channels and then maybe do like 30 minutes on each channel and then everybody be a guest on everybody on all the channels. And we just do 30 minutes to equal out whatever it is. But then again, I think our community's all sub to the same people. So we could probably just do one. Yeah, but I think you can only, can you share more than one person? Because if I seen from stream yards, you can only, one person can only share? Or can multiple? Oh, okay. Oh, that'll work then. Because what we got, what, 8 of us in this community? 2, well, that's one channel. 6. That'll work then. I think it'll be pretty cool. You know, all of our different professional experience opinions. I think that'd be really good to do. Yeah, Margaret, Troop is my old man dog. He's literally just laying at the door in the patio. But I am gonna wrap this up. We've been live 2.5 hours. Okay, yeah, so we could do it with 10 people just like me and you did it with the Halloween special. And everybody can just share it out. Okay. Now, I am going to try and get the skinning and cornering video up tomorrow morning while I'm trying to enjoy my coffee before my grandson wakes up. So that should be out tomorrow morning. And then after Thanksgiving, I will have the full processing video out. So I'm trying to space them out to give each one of the videos some time to breathe. But it's been a really good week. In a week, we've actually picked up 15 new subs. Yeah, and I appreciate all you ladies hanging out with me for 2.5 hours. It's always great having everybody in the community here and us just chit-chatting and talking about anything. It's always great. It is. It's a great way, you know, for the community. It really is. All good, Kristen. I appreciate you being here. Now, thank yous all for joining me tonight. And like I said, the kids went inside a while ago and left me out here, so it's all good. Sitting here talking to all you wonderful, great people. Karen, thank you for staying awake and not going to sleep 2 hours ago. It's always great having everybody in chat. It really is. When we go from one extreme to the next extreme with, you know, bullshitting and talking. It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, our community is the best. We have great people in our community. You know, we got a bunch of different channels, which is awesome. All right, everybody, I do appreciate each and every one of yous. Thank you for hanging out with me for 2.5 hours. I hope you have a great rest of your night and have a great and blessed Thanksgiving. And look for the video coming out tomorrow. When you get a chance, check it out. And I appreciate each and every one of yous. Please be safe and enjoy your holidays with your family. Thank you.